get to you.
You always speak, but you never will listen.
Plastic bullets from imaginary guns. Shut your mouth cause you talk too much. Cut you off cause I've had enough. Kill the noise and listen, look what you've become. Should've learned when I called to love. Cut you off cause I've had enough. I've had enough. Holding your mask to the masses, burning it down to the ashes, and we could not get through to you. Every line got back to me, another thread pulled from the top of the street. Now everybody sees you the way you try to see me. Plastic bullets from imaginary guns. Shut your mouth cause you talk too much. Cut you off cause I've had enough. Kill the noise and listen, look what you've become. Should've learned when I called to love. Cut you off cause I've had enough. Loose lips and your ship is sinking. You're out of line and out of touch. But you stop cause the ice is shrinking. Fall back cause you talk too much. Fall back cause you talk too much. Loose lips and your ship is sinking. Out of line and out of touch. Watch your step cause the ice is shrinking. Fall back cause you talk too much. Cut you off cause I've had enough. Kill the noise and listen, look what you've become. Should've learned when I called to love. Cut you off cause I've had enough. I've had enough. You talk too much. Cut you off cause I've had enough. What you've had enough. Should've learned when I called to love. Cut you off cause I've had enough. I can feel it when you come around. You can say it loud but never make a sound. Even with a look I know it's going down. Save us both some time and just say it. You never let me know when something changed. You made a fool of me and I'm to blame for thinking things could ever be the same when you're already done. So when the bottom falls and goes up in flames, I lay the past to rest and forget your name. So when the bottom falls
Damn it. I meant to turn it down, not to mute it. Alright guys, welcome to the smoke session here. We have a packed show for you guys. For me as well, because I'm going to learn about some of these lolcows, some of the stuff I have no idea about, like the stuff with Keffals, no idea. The stuff with Tipster, no idea. We're going to learn about it together. Alright guys, let's get into it. First, we're going to start with the normal stuff that, you know, I have knowledge of, which is the DSP stuff and LTG stuff. And probably the RTU stuff, so... Actually, you know what? We're gonna get into the Keffals stuff.
And raised over $100,000 for a lawsuit, and then seemingly spent the money on vacationing, buying unnecessary streaming gear, and getting addicted to drugs.
So for 8 days straight, I was doing coke and meth.
All while lying to her audience about fleeing the country. After making a video about these legitimately serious accusations, Keffals would go on stream again, completely inebriated. Just look at her eyes.
Oh, she's fucked.
Whoa. I'm starting to think Trump isn't as good at business. He's not good at business. He's real bad at business. Also, I'm not in. I want you all to know.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so there was this one time where I was fucked out of my mind, right? I was with this chick, and we were over at my friend Lizzie's house, right? And we were doing peyote. I don't think I've told this story before, but anyway, I did one tablet, one of extended release peyote. It came in little extended release pill capsules. I was fucked for 6 hours, and I talked exactly like this. Exactly. Whoa. I can't. Hours. I've seen the video of it. My friend, she's like, oh man, I have to get this on tape, right? So she fucking she captured the video of me, and I'm just sitting there, barely able to fucking speak, bro. And from that day, I've never done hard drugs again. Never. Keffals, you need somebody on your side that's gonna tell you that enough is enough. And they're gonna sit there and they're gonna accept you as you are. You know, you obviously have surrounded yourself with nothing but enablers. And that's sad.
Know that I'm not intoxicated in any way. I've just.
That is a goddamn lie. That is a fucking lie. Okay, so look at my fate. What do I have, right? I have a history of doing illicit substances, right? What do I have? I have dark bags under my eyes. I have uh almost a punched look above my eye most times, you know? And that was from years ago. From years ago. I'm sorry. Whatever you're telling yourself is a fucking lie. It's a lie. Bruh, you can't even focus your left eye. Okay, so it's your right eye, my left. It's terrible, man. It's terrible.
Just been up for 33 hours. So the reason I'm like this right now is because my brain is dying.
Is she short-circuiting? She never finishes her
Hold on, guys. I want to go back a few seconds.
Thought. She then starts a new sentence and for. Is she short-circuiting?
Look at that look on her face, right? Okay. Okay. Not that one. It was the
She
one
never
before that.
finishes her thought.
My brain is dying.
It's this one. Okay, so they have dark pupils, right? Irises and everything pretty dark, right? There's not very much color differentiate, like a differentiating in this picture, right? But there is. You can see here, right? Around the eye, right here. This is brown. This is her iris right here. I would say it's at least the size of an eraser. Okay. One sec. So, I happen to have an eraser right here. This right here is the size of her iris. That's indicative of heavy narcotics use.
Is she short-circuiting? She
You
never
can't lie to
finishes
me.
her thought. She then starts a new sentence and forgets halfway through again.
It's not.
This
Okay.
is sad.
Okay, it's perfect. Perfect. You can see the differentiation in the color in the iris, right? Tell me that's not a huge fucking iris. And I'm sorry, irises are meant to respond to the amount of light in a room. So if there's a lot of light in your room, your iris will be what, a pinpoint? Something like that. It will be something smaller than an average, right? To compensate for the amount of light in the room. If the room is dark, your iris opens to compensate for the lack of light, right? But that is completely thrown out the window when somebody is using narcotics. And now I want you to look at her eyes again and tell me that it's not. Right? I mean, look at around the eye, dude. I'm sorry. You can pull the wool over 9 out of 10 doctors, but you can't pull the wool over my eyes. I see that the toothpaste is dog shit.
Somebody then asks her about me in my video, and she
And no, I'm
quotes
not a
Leonard.
doctor.
Are we gonna talk about the
it's a
Willie
joke.
Mack video? Hold on, I have a quote to read out. I would like to paraphrase the late Russian revolutionary Vladimir Lenin. Why should we bother to reply to Willie Mack? He would reply to us, and we would have to reply to his reply. There's no end to that. It will be quite enough for us to announce that Willie Mack is a traitor.
Okay. Look at the bottom left of her eye. Look at the bottom left of her eye. That's drugs, dude. That's why they tell you not to put acid in your eyes. You're gonna go fucking blind. And look, you have a fucking brown spot in your eye. And I'm not talking about the one like over on the right here. I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about my left. This one. Right here by the microphone. Right in the corner by the nose. There is a fucking brown spot in their eye. That's cocaine, bro. You're gonna get a deviated septum. Sorry.
To the working class, and everyone will understand. So that's my statement.
I don't believe you.
There's no f***ing point. None of this shit ever ends. I don't care. He can say whatever he wants about me, and I think that he can fucking eat shit. Who cares?
When Keffals says there's no point in responding because then we'll respond
You do.
infinitely, that's not true. I'm accusing you of misappropriating GoFundMe money. You can easily prove me wrong by
Yeah.
showing a breakdown of the money. She writes this off as normal drama. It's actually quite serious.
I said that I was done. I said that I was done, and I am done.
I'm glad I went
actually
with this
done.
one
I'm
first.
not doing drama coverage.
H3H3 has shown a breakdown of his crowdfunded money in the past. Carl Jobst has done the same. Why can't you? Here's the thing. Keffals has already admitted to misappropriating funds in a video titled I Was Raped. The ex accuses Keffals of abuse. She accuses her ex of abuse. They have a competition for who has the most mental baggage.
Althea accused me of economic exploitation in the form of economic abuse, saying that I trashed the apartment we shared and that I made her pay $1,200 in repairs. How is that not exploitative? The apartment was partially trashed because of the police searching for a handgun after the swatting, and also that I sometimes struggle to keep things tidy. I'm disabled. I have chronic pain issues. I have chronic fatigue.
Oh my god. Now you can't wash dishes because you're disabled, bro? Shut the fuck up. And I
I
use
give
bro in a
100% to
genderless
streaming,
form
to
as the
making
same as
content.
dude or
I'm
anything.
good
It's
at
a
it. I
response
love
to
my job, but sometimes I really
I'm not calling
struggle
Keffals a
with
bro.
everything that I have to do in my life.
So she's not even denying being a slob. It's like the Victim Olympics. Canada is sweeping this year. It's really stupid. But this is when it was revealed that Keffals wasn't trying to run away from Kiwi Farms or the Doxers. She was just trying to move away from her ex.
And there was a criticism that I frequently got throughout that time. How does moving to a different country help you with online harassment? And as we found out, it didn't. And I knew that no matter where I went in the world, I would not escape online harassment as long as I was an online figure. And the truth is,
Get off the fucking internet, Cyrax. It's that fucking simple. I'm not gonna sit here and just let these people say I was on the internet. Get off the fucking internet. It's that fucking simple. Your life's going to shit on the internet. Get off the internet. I don't get this mentality. We grew up without this shit, right? Everybody. This is literally modern convenience. Yes, we had computers. I'm not saying we didn't, but we didn't spend our life on the fucking internet, right? Our childhoods weren't on the internet, right? That's a modern thing. So why couldn't you just divorce yourself from the internet, right? Remove yourself from the situation and poof, it's gone. It's gone. Then what? What happens when you do something behind the scenes and it's never on the internet, right? What, let's say you move apartments and it's never mentioned. Who knows you moved apartments? Nobody. Unless you specifically say something.
I left the country because of my ex.
Her ex coerced her into intercourse, which I guess is where the title comes from, although she never goes into detail, but more importantly, it means her having to move away in her GoFundMe due to her doxers. All the articles claiming it was necessary to flee to Ireland due to imminent threats to her life, it's all a lie. She moved because of her ex. That's not what the money was raised for. This is fraud. Another part of the GoFundMe's original claim was that her ex needed money due to unjust seizures, impacting whether or not she could finish her doctorate.
So here's a signal message. August 21st, between me and Althea. I had a streamer friend who lives in the UK offer to let me live with him and his wife for a bit, and it's such a tempting offer.
Okay, so I completely misunderstood what this actually was. I thought this was explaining who Keffals was, and not explaining that she went and committed fraud. I think everybody knew that. So I guess we're not learning anything brand new, but we're learning absolutely new.
Out of the country. And Althea responds, yeah, maybe. And I responded, But would you even be cool with me doing that? I feel like it just make you really sad because the implication here is I'm going alone. And Althea responds to this, I'd hope you'd want to bring me. And I tried to let her down gently, and I said, you don't have a passport. And Althea responds to that, I thought you could pay to expedite your first one. So she was really doing everything that she could to maintain that proximity to me, even though it had been made clear repeatedly that I wanted space.
You aren't being clear at all. Keffals then says she's never going back to Canada, taking time to zoom in on her cry.
I am so scared of her. I'm not even going back to Canada to see my family on Christmas because I don't want to be in the same city as her.
The door is open.
This left the ex-homeless couch surfing, and when they asked for the GoFundMe money Keffals had promised, Keffals wrote, I'm not going to follow through on anything because I owe you nothing. And those offers were based on goodwill, which you burnt through. This whole thing lines up much more with Keffals' past live streams than any update she gave surrounding the lawsuit.
Well,
Wow.
we were in Ireland. I broke up with them. And I was drinking every night, going live on Twitch to my 12 to 100 viewers. Am I okay? Am I okay? Am I
Oh.
okay?
It's obvious that you're
So what happened to the rest of the money? Well, there's some evidence supporting that she spent it on things that were not listed on the GoFundMe. Some of it we already know, like her IRL streaming setup, as well as suspected drugs. But other receipts I'm just not comfortable with going public yet until they are confirmed. I'm working with a much bigger, more experienced YouTuber on that. Until then, I want to talk about Keffals' grooming allegations, victimization, and black market hormones. It just seems so wrong. It makes me want to break
what?
things, throw things at the ground, throw things at the wall, but it won't break. Because it's the dependable and reliable Ridge
You
ball, made
son
from
of a
tough
bitch,
materials
that
like
was
titanium,
slick.
aluminum, or carbon fiber. I've been using Ridge for about 5 months now and is the best wallet I've ever had. I've sent this thing through the washing machine, spilled drinks on it. My old wallet literally had stank to it, but with Ridge it's no problem. It's
To
a
be
tank
fair,
and incredibly
I've washed
comfortable.
my
One of
wallet
favorite
like
features is
12
that your wallet
fucking
is now part
times,
of your swag, another
and
way
it
to
still
express
works.
yourself. Whether it's camouflage, your favorite sports team, or just a new take on that classic leather look. I think it's a great gift for yourself or for somebody else, and it comes with amazing features like the Apple AirTag attachment, a cash clip, a key organizer, which when you're holding a bunch of things, it's nice to be able to flip out your key with one hand instead of jumbling around for the right key. So upgrade your wallet game. Go to
No.
ridge.com
No, I'm sorry.
/ReallyMaxShow to get 30% off
I can
through
just
April 1st.
steal my
Thank you,
keys
Ridge,
and
for sponsoring
pick it
today's
with my
video.
with the pad of my hand right here and my fingers right
Keffals is a
there.
big trans
It's
youth
not
advocate
hard.
because she transitioned at just 16 years old. And if Keffals wants to promote that parents should let their kids medically transition while they're underage, then I'm okay with that. It's a conversation. What's crazy is Keffals
Yeah.
going behind parents' back to promote black market hormones to
It's a
minors. Someone
conversation
would
that should
argue age
happen.
of consent laws are good for a reason. Under 18 is too young for permanent life-altering medical decisions, such as hormone therapy. Keffals would quote tweet, I am donating thousands of dollars a year to a resource so people affected by hysterical anti-trans laws can access hormone replacement therapy before the age of 18. I do not give a single shit what you think. I am doing nothing wrong, nor will I ever back down. This is a heated topic, even among other trans people.
I don't think it's fair to parents. Not just the kids, but it's also not fair to the parents.
It's not fair to the parents. Since when has being trans and transitioning had anything to do with anyone except for the person who is trans?
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. When it's about children, right? It absolutely has to be about the parent too. I don't care what adults choose to do, but when it's about a child, whether you believe it to be the well-being of the child is not for me to decide, you know? If you believe that, you believe that. It's okay to be wrong. It's up to the parent and the doctor. And if the doctor feels so inclined to say no, they should seek X or Y other option until they're legally able to make that decision, or at least cognizant enough, right, to know the decision they're making, be it through being over the age of 18 or going and seeking psychiatric help for the things that they want to do to their body. When I was a child and I had to go in and get ADHD medication, I had to see a therapist 3 times, 3 separate times, just so they could tell if I was telling the truth. So why do they have to take those extra precautions for a medication that helped me as a child, and they don't have to do that for something that you would believe would help a child? If you want the check, right, then there has to be the balance to the check. It has to be checks and balances. You know, if you want these things for children, then it should be met with proper and regulated medical assistance. It shouldn't be left up to a cokehead. I'm sorry. It shouldn't.
Children aren't property. They're human beings.
No. 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 Until the child is 18, they are the property of the parent. They have to maintain the child, they have to protect the child. I mean, yeah, it's they're not property in a sense that the parent owns them or can just do what they wish with them, right? But they are owned by the parent. They're their child, you know? We just don't say, "Yeah, you own that child." No. No, they're their daughter, their son, but they have their name. They are their lineage. They're their children. So yes, everything of the parent or everything of the child belongs to the parent. And I'm not saying that the child can't, say, I don't feel normal. I don't feel normal in X or Y position. I don't feel normal being a boy. I don't feel normal being a girl. And that is when you take them and you get them the psychiatric help that they need, the medical treatments that they need. Because when I was a kid and I said I can't do X or Y thing because of, whatever was going on in my brain, I had to get help for it, regardless of if it was seen as a negative or a positive. I still got help for it. And the fact that you would be so adamantly against regulation for medication that life alters a child for the entirety of the rest of their life. I'm sorry, I just cannot agree. I can't. I'm not saying that trans people are bad people. I'm not saying that they don't belong in society. I'm saying if you want a child to make the heavy life decision that they should alter their personhood, then there has to be balances to that check. There has to. There has to be some recourse to get, into the mind of the person if they are underage and see if what is happening is truly what's happening, because you're trying to set them on a life course that they might change at 18 and decide, oh, I made a mistake. Or, they might realize at 18, okay, this is who I am. But they need to be cognizant enough to make those decisions for themselves, right? If you want it out of the hand of the parent, then it should be left up to somebody who is of age. And if the parent can't be involved in it, then it should not be allowed to a child. If it's a decision solely made by the child, and it could alter the child's life for the rest of their life, I can't agree. I can't.
She funded her friend's entire website where that was the point, to get around the barrier that was parents. The DIY HRT site was and still is the top result on Google. Its purpose was to tell minors how to buy HRT and DIY hormones from people, giving explicit directions. Learn to buy Bitcoin. If you're a minor, get a trusted adult to purchase Bitcoin for you. But as Keffals gained more relevancy with her Drop Kiwi Farms campaign, she realized that this was a bad look and just started lying about it on the H3 podcast.
One of their problems is that you are supporting young people, young trans people who didn't have access to hormones. You are telling them how to make homemade hormones.
Oh my god. No, I don't know how to make homemade hormones. I noticed the new thing is they're saying that I'm teaching people how to make hormones in their bathtub, which just sounds insane.
That
Like,
sounds difficult. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't
yeah,
know
how do you
to-
do that?
But it's not that far off. The HRT website she funded gives step-by-step instructions on how to make your own hormones, as well as the option to buy other people's homemade hormones. Her acting all sneaky about it makes it seem like she's doing something wrong.
What's the truth? I mean, you do have some kind of community where you're helping young trans people, right? That's like something
Yeah,
you're
of
passionate
course.
about.
Yeah.
And so, where do you guys do this? Is it like a Discord or something, or like a community?
Oh, it's like a Twitch stream.
Oh, just on Twitch.
Yeah.
So it's all just out in the public.
Yeah.
Because they make me it sound like you have some kind of secret or some community spot that's not publicly seen where you're talking with kids and stuff. But that's not even the case.
No.
They really are just straight up lying, huh? Shouldn't
I
surprise me
mean-
that much, but yeah.
That's not true. She has a private Discord called Catboy Ranch, where half the point of joining is for bi-weekly support groups that are facilitated by a support worker. She's tweeted, "I've assisted at least half a dozen minors to get hormone replacement therapy. Cope and seethe." Her friend who runs the site saying, "I have unironically transitioned half a dozen minors. No one tell him I've helped more than one minor order. I don't groom children. I just show dozens of kids every week how to buy bathtub estrogen with cryptocurrency and how to hide it from their parents. What are you talking about?" The packaging of the hormones says keep out of reach of parents. They had Lolly branded HRT, which writes, "Don't look at my giant girl dick." There's an instructional video showing minors how to inject it. This is insane. The scariest part is Keffals admitting herself that she knows nothing about hormones.
And especially because anytime anyone has a question, I just direct them to you because I don't know anything about this stuff. It's like hormones is not something I really like. I don't really do the kind of advocacy you do.
Then why are you so passionate about this black market HRT? She defends stuff and takes strong positions on things she knows nothing about. It made me really want to revisit the whole Catboy Ranch thing. Catboy Ranch was a Discord server that had grooming allegations in it. Keffals' Twitter account at the time was Catboy Ranch, even saying she ran it. Keffals was referred to as the rancher by minors. Keffals showed support to them by saying they had a fat ass. Keffals would leave the Discord because of Lolly being posted to it, and she'd write, "I have absolutely nothing to do with that Discord, and I think that it is disgusting. I'll warn people about the Discord." Someone would ask, "By that you mean you'll leave the Discord?" Keffals would reply with, "Already did. I wasn't active or aware of this until now." She would then get pummeled in the replies. "Bruh, I was joking. I didn't know you were a part of it." Did she actually just admit to being part of that groomer Discord? Kaz Law is once again proven true. So she was in it and there was one inappropriate public message, but nothing damning, right? Well, she still owns the Discord Catboy Ranch, and it's locked behind a Patreon paywall. When I joined, I was pleased to see that the rules banned all NSFW content. They even had a snitching rule in case inappropriate things got said, but I was still clearly locked from seeing the entire server. So the question is, why would the trans youth activist have a Discord named after her grooming allegations? Well, because it was a good meme.
So, like, the reason why the Discord is named Catboy Ranch isn't because I love catboys or something. It's a throwback to the fact that there was a conspiracy theory made up by lolicons, like by the people who, like, really loved drawn child pornography, because I called them pedophiles, right? And their response to that was to make up a conspiracy about how I had a grooming Discord called Catboy Ranch. And I decided as a flex to name my Discord Catboy Ranch. Just to fucking flex on them.
It's a weird thing to meme, especially when you're selling Lolly branded HRT to minors, which you gotta question the safety of. She has a normal Discord, but names in a way that will bring her and her community heat. Awesome. She truly is the worst activist. Keffals is the kind of person that always has to relate things back to her being a victim. A black guy gets shot by the police, and Keffals has to relate it to her swatting. Every time I see another story involving an innocent black man being killed by the police, I think back to last month when I had an assault rifle pointed at me by the police, and how easily that situation could have escalated if I wasn't white. When people point out that this is a ridiculously narcissistic thing to do, she twists it to make it seem like she didn't bring it up. Virtue signaling. People who have never once tweeted about Elijah McClain taking this time to shit on me because they hate me more and want to use his death as discourse to talk about me. It's so f***ing pathetic. Feel some shame for such obvious grifting. You're the one grifting off him. You brought him up first, comparing yourself to his situation. She's accused of not taking care of her guinea pigs, leaving them to live in their own feces, blaming it on her depression.
Keffals let her favorite guinea pig drown to death in like 2 inches of water. There were multiple summers where she let 4 of them roam in their own waste for so long, we'd get massive fruit fly infestations. Let me just address this real quick. I didn't drown my guinea pig. My guinea pig was sick, and my guinea pig passed away in an accident. She was in the bath, 2 inches of water. I got a call I needed to take. I stepped out for 1 minute. And when I stepped out for that 1 minute, I came back and she was dead. She wasn't in enough water to drown. I screamed and I cried because I lost a pet that I had since they were a baby.
So to be clear, you did drown the guinea pig. Why even respond to this? She's always putting herself in drama.
There were multiple summers where she let 4 of them roam in their own waste for so long, we'd get massive fruit fly infestations. I also want to address that Althea accused me of economic exploitation in the form of economic abuse, saying that I trashed the apartment we
Sorry,
shared,
guys. I took a.
and that I made her pay
I had to.
$1,200 in
I
repairs.
can't believe this
How
shit.
is that not
I
exploitive?
cannot believe this shit.
Sometimes I really struggle with everything that I have to do in my life. And she went into the
No, I struggle with everything I have to do in my life. I don't get to defraud, GoFundMe contributors.
relationship knowing that I'm disabled. When
Bitch, you're not
I was
disabled.
depressed after my dad died, instead of helping me to take
What's
care
your
of my
disability?
guinea pigs, she pressured me into putting 2 of them up for adoption. The pets that I had since they were babies that I loved, because she said it wasn't her responsibility to take care of them when we were partners, but it's somehow my responsibility to take care of her when I want nothing to do with her.
How is it never your fault? Things are allowed to be a depressed person's fault, right? This is where I want to introduce you to the Keffals cycle. Keffals will needlessly insert herself into drama, like defending Vosh for having Lolly on his computer.
When I looked at it, I think the vibe that I got was like short stack, thick kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like the way like goblins get drawn in porn.
When people say it's sus to defend this, she hides behind being trans. It shouldn't be acceptable for people who are supposedly leftist or progressive to pedo jacket trans people. We are already a target by the right. Incredibly disappointing to see from people who should know better. When Keffals gets blown up for this, she gets on stream and virtue signals.
I literally
I
have
do.
Ethan's phone number. He gave it to me. I'll try to call him later. Do not f***ing call me. I don't remember giving you my phone number. I don't remember talking to you on the phone, but do not f***ing call me, please.
Do you want to know the context of that? He saw a Twitter circle where I was talking about how I wanted to just end it. And he reached out and gave me his phone number. That's what the context was.
Damn.
Piece of shit. It's like really f***ed up with the context that I have his phone number because I was planning to kill myself. And now it's just like a
Yeah.
big
Oh yeah, yeah. It's Ethan's fault, right? Because you were in a bad spot and he tried to help you. And now he's saying that you're not in that bad spot, that you have no right to use what he gave you while you were in said spot. That is perfectly acceptable thing to do. It's perfectly acceptable. Why would it not? He gave you something to make sure you would be safe and okay, and now that you're safe and okay, he doesn't want shit to do with you. Why is that not fair? Why is that not fair? It just means that even if Ethan doesn't like you, he doesn't want not to be around. All this does is make
joke,
Ethan look good.
laughing at me.
Keffals' own fans start to turn on her, so she acts like a coward and abandons the position, blaming it on her transness or her mental health. I've changed my position on everything, honestly. F Vosh. He deserves far more criticism for all of this. He's so damn reckless. I am not sleeping. I've had panic attacks over this. Defending him has resulted in all the 2022 Kiwi Farms misinformation resurfacing. What misinfo? She will never clarify. It's crazy how with this whole Vosh situation, all she could talk about is how this will affect her. It's his fault. He's so careless he didn't consider how many communities are close to his. He hurt me and a lot of people by being a weirdo. Watch corn on your phone. Because of Vosh, I just burned the last bridge I had to a mainstream creator. And finally, Keffals will say she's done with the drama, all while blaming somebody else and acting like she's somehow enlightened now.
I saw all of this playing out. I wasn't planning on weighing in. None of this was my problem. But then my friend Tipster decided to call out Ethan Klein on Twitter for how he covered the entire situation.
I still can't believe how she threw Tipster on the bus, bro. I thought that was fucking... It was chef's kiss, bro. It was nice.
That happened with Bosch. And then when Ethan Klein responded, I was like, okay, I have two friends now who are getting put on blast by a really large content creator.
Bosch was never your friend. He let your ass flounder. He did what he did. He saw you defending him. And he didn't step up one fucking time to say, please leave them alone. This was my fuck up, not theirs. What did he do? He left you to the wolves and ran away. He was never your friend. He used you as a shield. And you still can't
decided that I was gonna get into the mud. And this entire situation is kind of...
Tell me when you never left. Tell me, when did you leave the mud? Never. Never. Just because you went to a different country doesn't mean you left the mud. Ethan Ralph, from what I've seen, has tried that exact same thing. And it doesn't work. It does not work. You're still in the mud. You're just in a different part of the mud now.
Kind of made me reevaluate how I even feel about Vosh in the first place. To be completely honest, I don't...
Oh no, I'm a bad judge of character. Why does that say about their relationship with Tipster? If she's this bad of a judge of character with Vosh, right? And she considered him her friend, right?
Really like him as much as I used to. I actually feel hurt and let down by him.
Here's another one. James Somerton posted a suicide note to Instagram, claiming it was a scheduled post, so the interpretation is that he's already dead. Keffals then posts immediately, James Somerton has taken his own life. Keffals got heat because we don't know if he's dead. Nothing's confirmed. It's just a poor way to cover a story. Keffals complains that people who were mad probably didn't even watch her video. But when you watch it, she acts like James is coming back to redeem himself.
And I agree. He obviously messed up. Maybe he can come back one day. If he continues to show that he is truly sorry, if he's willing to make amends with all of the people he's hurt, if he's willing to accept that not everyone is going to trust him anymore.
Keffals, how? You reported that he's dead. Keffals would then change the title of her video to James Somerton may have died. Even with my last video on her, I reached out for a question. She doesn't answer. She panics and calls me a stalker and harasser for doing research. The video drops and she says she's done with drama.
I'm done. I'm actually done. I'm not doing drama coverage.
It truly is the never-ending cycle. I pointed it out 2 years ago and it still rings true.
I do want to say, like, I think I reacted more harshly than I otherwise would have because you were the first YouTuber to ever make a YouTube video about me. It's like, you know, a lot of shit happened. And yeah, I've been pretty aggressive in the past, but I don't think I can ever move on or calm down unless I'm given the space to.
She's done this with the GoFundMe, her ex, her drug addiction, her hamsters, the lawsuit, Vosh, Catboy Ranch, James Somerton, the HRT directory. I am just so sick of her acting like a victim. You can't even point out that she talks slow without her blaming it on some disability.
One of the things that I suffer from, which I'm sure this video will get which I feel like this video might even get demonetized if I were to actually say it out loud, so I'll just put it on the screen. It is a symptom that causes my speech to slow down, causes my emotional reactions to slow down. And this has been often a thing that people have mocked me for consistently.
Psychomotor retardation. To be fair, I've been diagnosing Keffals with this for years. I have more to say when it comes to Keffals' lawsuit and her potential misappropriation of funds, but that will have to wait. If true, it is career ending and she belongs in jail. So subscribe to the channel, and shout out to Doomer Media for helping me write and research this video. Shout out to the homies over on Patreon: Phoebes, Crimson Glass, Riveter, Christina Vina, Mac Monkey, Drinko Bex, Necro Valley, Stefan Bildman, Abby Blackbird, The Confusing
Big
Opinion,
ups
Eddie
to Willie
Bizzle,
Mac show, bro. That was a good fucking episode. That was good information. It was all stuff I had no idea. Well, some of it I did, like the Catboy Ranch, but I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. Oh my god. Guys, sorry, I'm gonna have to call it here. I'll see you tomorrow.